Hello everyone, today in this video we will discuss about insurance broker registration. So starting with the meaning of insurance broker. An insurance broker is a professional who acts as an intermediary between a consumer and an insurance company, helping the former find a policy that best suits their needs. Insurance broker represent the consumer and not the insurance company. Thus, they can't bind coverage on behalf of the insurer. Next we come on to the types of insurance broker. So first one is a direct insurance broker. So a direct insurance broker is responsible for the solicitation and the procurement of the business and allows the client to buy a policy from the website. In such transaction, the broker earns a commission from the company whose policy has been sold. Next one is the composite insurance broker. A composite insurance broker is an agency of brokers who has a valid license to offer insurance related services for life insurance as well as general insurance. And the last type is the reinsurance broker. A reinsurance broker is a person who has the power to buy reinsurance on behalf of an insurance company. So now, having discussed about the meaning and the types of insurance broker, we now come on to the insurance broker license. So the Insurance Regulatory and the Development Authority of India regulates the insurance broker license. So according to the regulation provided by IRDAI, the insurance broker are required to have specified limit of capital amount for obtaining insurance broker license. So for direct insurance broker license, the minimum amount of capital requirement is rupees 75 lakhs. For composite insurance broker, it is rupees 5 crores. And for reinsurance broker license, the limit is of rupees 4 crores. Now before applying for insurance broker license, the applicant shall adhere to certain eligibility criteria. So first of all, the applicant shall be any registered cooperative society being formed under the provisions of Cooperative Society Act 1912, or as a company registered under the Companies Act 2013, or a limited liability partnership being registered under the provisions of Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008, or any other individual which is recognized by the authority. Next criteria is the net worth requirement. At the time of registration and in the course of insurance broker license, the broker is required to maintain a minimum net worth of rupees 50 lakhs in case of direct broker license and rupees 25 lakhs for a composite or a reinsurance broker license. Next is the deposit requirement. So before making application and during the course of activity, the applicant would be required to deposit an amount of rupees 10 lakhs in case of a direct broker license and 10% of the minimum capital requirement in case of composite and reinsurance broker license. Next comes the insurance broker license fee. So the application will have to be submitted along with certain specified fees. So the fee structure is like, first is the application fees, which is generally non-refundable. So in case of direct broker license, the same is rupees 25,000. Then for reinsurance broker license, it is rupees 50,000, and lastly for composite broker license it is rupees 75,000. Next is the registration fees for first registration. So in case of direct broker license it is rupees 50,000, for reinsurance broker license it is rupees 1.5 lakhs, and lastly for composite broker license it is rupees 2.5 lakhs. And last comes the renewal fees. So in case of direct broker license it is rupees 1 lakh, for reinsurance broker license it is rupees 3 lakhs, and lastly for the composite broker license it is rupees 5 lakhs. Now next we come on to the documents required for obtaining insurance broker license. So first of all, an application will have to be submitted in form B. Then the applicant is required to provide the information related to the principal officer, and in case the same is ratified it should be presented in form G. Next is the proof of payment of the fees that is made by the applicant company. Then comes the copy of Memorandum of Association and the Article of Association of the entity. So in the object clause of the company, it should be stated that the main object of the company should be to undertake insurance business. Next one is the details of the bank account which is opened in the name of the applicant entity. After this comes a written declaration which is required from the principal officer stating that no director, partner or key managerial person are suffering from any disqualification which has been provided under section 42D of the Companies Act 2013. Next are the details about the partners or the directors, managerial person and the promoters. After this comes the details of the principal bankers as well as the statutory auditors of the entity. Next is the list of a minimum of 2 qualified brokers along with their qualification details. Also, the applicant needs to have the requisite infrastructure and the details of the same be provided in the application. Now, for requisite infrastructure, it includes the IT infrastructure, office space, manpower and equipment. Then the applicant shall provide the audited balance sheet of the company, the IT returns of the last 3 years of shareholders along with their net worth certificate, and an affidavit regarding the source of invested funds shall also be submitted. Now lastly, we come to the procedure for applying for insurance broker license. So in step 1, the applicant shall submit a duly filed insurance broker license application in form B along with the type of insurance broker license which the applicant is looking for. After completing the application, the applicant shall submit the application along with the documents which we have already discussed. Once the application is submitted by the applicant, the same is forwarded to the authority for scrutinization and verification purpose. Once the application and the documents are scrutinized, the authority will ask for queries and will ask for certain additional information if required. In case any query is raised by the authority, the applicant would be required to provide a reply for the same within 30 days from the date of communication. After being satisfied that the applicant fulfills all the conditions, the authority will issue an in-principle approval for the registration. Now once the in-principle approval is issued, the applicant has to comply with certain additional requirements and submit the license fees with the authority. After the payment of the license fees where the authority is satisfied with the requirement regulation, rules and guidelines, the same will issue a certificate of registration in Form J in the name of the applicant entity. However, in some cases the authority may also reject the application, like where the application fails to comply with the necessary formalities and the application stands rejected. Also, where the applicant fails to provide a reply to the query raised by the authority within 30 days from the communication, the application stands rejected. So this was all about insurance broker registration in India. If you want to know more about it, contact Rajput, Jain and Associate, or you can also visit our website carajput.com. Thank you.